G'day mate, didn't see you all the way back there. Welcome into this beautiful coach that's been converted into a motorhome. The customer's just dropped it off to the Solar and Sat workshop. As you can see, it's absolutely massive inside. We've got a big lounge area, big kitchen, bathroom, massive main bedroom. And we're gonna be installing a huge 24-volt lithium power system underneath the floor. Now this power system is gonna be very similar to the one that we just did on the MAN expedition truck for the all-terrain warriors. If you haven't seen it, check it out on our YouTube channel now. But we're just mapping out a plan, figuring out where everything's going to go. At the moment, the customer doesn't have any inverter and he's only got 4 AGM batteries. So at the end of this, he's going to be able to run both his air conditioners at the same time. When the bus was originally converted, they removed the original air conditioning system. This will give him the ability to run this air conditioner while he's driving down the road. We're going to fit a heap of solar up on the roof. We keep the solar panel voltage nice and high so it can charge that 24-volt house bank. Something to think about when you are designing one of these 24-volt power systems is your solar panels need to be a reasonably high voltage, obviously higher than the battery voltage, otherwise they'll never charge the batteries. That's something that we've taken into account. He's got a 24-volt starter battery system at the moment. He finds if the bus sits for a long amount of time, it actually goes flat. So we're going to be fitting another DC-DC charger that'll actually backfeed the starter battery system. It means he won't be left on the side of the road anywhere. So plan is everything's going underneath. We'll rip out all the original equipment. We'll put a nice new Touch 70 display screen. He's got 350 litres of onboard water. We're going to fit some water tank sensors as well. Should make for a super reliable system. The customer will be able to hit the road with peace of mind. We've all got a busy week ahead, so let's get stuck into it. Right, so as you can see, we've got our big 24-volt power system all built. We've had our CNC guy cut out a nice strong piece of form ply. We've mounted everything to it, and the whole idea is we can slide it all in. I'm going to give you a run through of some of the components that have gone into the build. As you can see, we've got our trusty test box plugged in at the moment. We can program everything while it's out here. The less work we have to do inside there, the better. What we've got is we've got our Lynx distributors. We've got a big 1000 amp smart shunt, and that was originally in the original battery system, as well as our 100-50. So that's actually saved the customer a bit of money. We've got all of our Serbo GX. We'll get the Victron Connect app up on our phone, program all of our solar regulators, DC-DC chargers, and then we obviously plug the computer into the inverter charger to program all of that. We've got our fuse blocks in place, so something that's quite important is everything in the coach originally runs off 12 volt. We don't want to send 24 volt power to that, so we've got a converter in place which runs to a fuse block. All I've got to do is extend all the original loads, connect them up to this fuse block. I'll run a nice heavy cable from the starter battery to this fuse block here. That'll feed the input on these 2 DC-DC chargers and also feed the output of this one here that'll charge the starter batteries up. We've got to spend a lot of time today running our HDMI cable for our Touch 70, our starter battery cables, solar cables. We've got to remove all the original solar off the roof, and then once all that's done, we can fit all this in place and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Because we do have such a big shed here at Solar and Sat, it does give us the ability to work on these big 40-foot coaches. Obviously it means we're not working outside in the weather, it stays locked up in the shed overnight. It gives us the ability to run around it with the scissor lift and making for a much more efficient installation process. Craig's done an awesome job on the roof. We've got almost 1700 watts of solar up there. We're able to utilize some of the original solar panel brackets, but we did have to remove the TV antenna in order to be able to fit all the solar up there. So we've got 2 separate arrays. We've got 2 240 watt panels in series, another 2 200 watt Shervey solar panels in series, going down through 100-50 regulator, and the other 4 200 watt solar panels at the rear going down through the other solar regulator. So that's everything all sorted up on the roof. That should be enough solar to keep his batteries topped up while he's on the road. Now we're going to go take a look downstairs. So around here on the driver's side of the coach, our electrician has spent a lot of time rewiring all the 240 volt subboard. He's put all new circuit protection in, made sure it's all the correct sizes. He's labeled everything, tested, so it's nice and safe. The customer has an onboard generator, so if he does want to charge the batteries off the generator, all he has to do is flick it down here and start the generator up, or when he's plugged into mains power, he just leaves it in that up position there. We've maintained the original 12 volt fuse block and the isolator so that if the customer ever wants to isolate his loads, he can just flick that switch off there. We're now down here at the bus's starter batteries. What we've done is we've run some really nice heavy 35mm cable to our DC-DC chargers that'll keep the house batteries charged up. As you can see, we've got a big mega fuse in place which we've labelled. Because this bus originally had a 12 volt house system, the generator actually ran off the 12 volt batteries, and the generator only runs off 12 volt, not 24 volt. We can't run it off our converter because it pulls too much initial current when it starts up. Hence why we've run it off this 12 volt battery, and we've put an active balancer in to keep those batteries nice and healthy, which is quite a tricky way of doing it. So this is where most of the work has been completed. As you would have seen, we wired up our big board on a bench outside, slid it all in, we've screwed it down, it's nice and secure. We've still got plenty of ventilation around the system. We've got our cable duct in place to protect all of our cables, but we still keep it really nice and neat inside. All of our solar breakers and our fuses are still easy enough to access, and we've got our big 310 amp hour 24 volt lithium batteries, 2 of screwed down behind here. Nice big heavy cables to connect everything up, and it gives the customer still plenty of storage space. So we're back in the coach now. We're just getting ready to hand it all over to the customers. We've put the Touch 70 display screen up here. The customer can look at this and see everything that's going on with his system. He can see how many watts he's getting from the biggest solar array up on the roof. He can see how much power he's getting when he's plugged into mains or running the generator. Even start the bus up, he'll be able to see how much power he's getting from the DC-DC chargers underneath. This screen will also tell him where his water tanks are at. So obviously he's got 350 litres of onboard water. We've put 2 sensors, one into each tank. He'll be able to see it on this screen here. We've got lots of experience in doing these bigger jobs, whether it be 12 volt, 24 volt or 48 volt power systems. If you're looking for something similar to this, come and see the boys at Solar and Sat in Bundaberg, and we'll price up a power system to suit your needs and your budget.